they are all welcome to the channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining the family. Thank you so much. And if you are a returning viewer and subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So we've been away for about 2 months, 2 solid months. We've not posted anything, and I wasn't giving any updates on whether we are continuing this or not. But we are back like we never left. So you know, I film with my phone. Okay, so those of you who didn't know, I film with my phone, and I had some challenges. It fell into water, and I did something and it worked. I actually put it in rice. I was having problems charging it, and so I bought a new charger because I felt the problem was from the charger. And I actually put the phone on charge overnight, and when I woke up, before I put it on charge, it was around 25%, and when I woke up, the battery had drained, like not even 0. But hey guys, so although our phone, I gave it somebody to repair it, but nothing good came out of it. But guess what? As I said, we are back like we never left. So a friend gave me a phone, and I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and we are back. Hello, say we are back. I tried this style about 2 to 3 months ago, and I felt it's time to let you guys know how I was able to achieve that look. So it's the flip over braid style, and although my cornrow wasn't very good, I believe the outcome was okay because I kept it for a month before taking it down. So this is the exact style I wanted to try. Aside the curly ends, but all I'm talking about is the flip over part. So I started off on freshly washed hair. I know I need a trim, and I would get a professional to do that for me because I feel once I do it by myself, well, my hair might not even grow again. So the tools that I used for this video are my rat tail comb, my wide tooth comb, my scrunches and or elastic bands, my edge brush, some clips, my shine and jam gel, and then my braiding hair, that is the easy braid hair extension. So these are the tools and should I say materials that I used for or throughout this video. So it's my first time using shine and jam gel, but the outcome was okay. This is the water-based gel, and so I felt it was okay. So during the precision process, if I part one line and I decide to use the tail comb to straighten it, I end up destroying what I created. And so once I start parting and I realize this is okay, sis, please, I just leave it as it is. Nobody can kill me. So for each part that I braided, I sectioned the hair into 5 parts, from little to a little bit bigger sections. And so this is the exact same way I would be doing the feeding in. So I would be doing knotless, and knotless is a feeding braid method. And so I would start feeding in from the lowest to the highest, just like I arranged it on my arms. So for each section of hair that I take or part, I use my shine and jam gel to at least give me a sleek part, and then also to help me hold my hair very well. If you can't grip your roots, you could use some gel to help out the process. But if you don't feel like using any gel at all, I mean, it's okay. It's very, very okay. So I feed in the hair between my thumb and then my index finger, and then I continue braiding. So I repeated the same process from the top until I finished braiding each section that I created. So when feeding in the hair, make sure that one part isn't so big than the other end, because it will make it look crooked like what you're seeing right now. I know you can see what I'm saying. So just be patient during the braiding process and you would have a flawless look. And since I was doing it on myself, I wasn't really bothered about how crooked that part looked, because I felt it was at the back and I would be careful when I get to the front part. So we go again and I arrange each braid or each extension on my arms from the lowest to the highest. So you could get this braiding rack. Is there a rack where you can actually hang the hair extension on it to make things a lot easier for you? It also saves time, because I literally spent the whole day braiding this. So applying my Shine and Jam gel to give me that sleek look, I section my hair, my natural hair, into 3, and then I do my 3-strand braid. So you could either start feeding in on the first braid or on the second or third. It depends on what you want. So I will then start feeding in the hair, and just like you see me do, I inserted the braid between my index finger and my thumb. I kept feeding in and then I continued braiding till I got to the end. So you keep feeding in until you get the size that you have in mind or the size that you want, and then that is it for knotless braids. And I will try it one more time, so kindly stay tuned if you still didn't get it. You could always come back to watch this part if you don't get it. So the white substance you see is the gel. I mean, it will just wear off after some time. It isn't permanent. So now that I'm done with the first line, let's move on to the next line and then try about 1 or 2 more before we move to our cornrows. So just so you know, for the lines that I was creating, I looked into the mirror. So regardless of whether I got a very straight line or not, I tried my best. But if you think you want a very straight, like you want to braid by yourself and you want a straight line, get somebody to do it for you. Or you could use 2 mirrors and then everything will just work perfectly well for you. So at this point, my phone was my mirror behind me, and then I had to get a smaller mirror because the one at the corner wasn't giving me what I wanted. So I applied some gel for precision to actually help me get a clear line. I went back to my mirror and then worked things out. So over here, I realized that after I was done, the line was it wasn't straight. And so after making some corrections, I just left it as it is, because any little move would change this whole line. So I started off by applying some gel to the root of my hair. As I said early on, it's not compulsory to use gel. If you feel like you can grip your root without the use of gel, fine. It isn't compulsory, so you could do that without the use of gel. So again, I section my hair into 3. Do some 3-strand braids for about a step or 2, and then I start feeding in between my thumb and my index finger, which also has my natural hair in between. So I keep feeding in until I get the required size and length that I want, and then that is basically it. So I wasn't even halfway through and I was already feeling pains. And it's called Workout 101. It's not easy to braid for yourself. Like, it's a whole workout section on its own. Anna, what do you think? So I kept feeding in hair where I felt needed hair, and then I went on braiding. So at this point, I was very tired, but I still had to get things done. So because I had to do some cornrows in front, I separated my hair, then twisted them in sections to make things a lot easier for me before I started the cornrow braids. So please, for this particular section, I wouldn't really know how to explain it, so I would advise that you watch closely and then you get the whole idea or concept. So I'm not an expert at cornrow. I'm currently having a training on that, and so once I'm done, I'm gonna give you all the juice on how it's done. So stay tuned. So this is how people who actually have little to no idea about something end up trying to go extra. So at this point, I wanted to do something like a crisscross look. Is it a crisscross look? Yeah, I think that is it. So I was literally suffering with braiding the cornrow, and now I'm doing something extra. Anyways, I hope you would learn something from what I'm doing. So at this point, I could breathe because I was done and the outcome was good. So this was the next day, and I wanted to add some boho look, and so I decided to use the same braiding extension that I had because I didn't have any curly hair with me. So after putting them all in hot water, I just left it and went on to cook my hair. Is it cooking? Anyways, whatever it is. So I had to put my hair in hot water to give me the straight, and it was very hot. Please, at this point, you have to be very, very careful. If you can't do it by yourself, get somebody else to do it for you. That feeling. So I took this down and the curls. So it's better to have curly hair with you, but if you don't have and you want to do something of this sort, you just have to wrap the hair extension around the flexi rod and then put that in hot water and you are good to go. So let's lay our edges and do some cheese before we move on to wherever we're going to. So on this particular day, I had a training session with my people. So my church usually does this quiz and sword roll competition. So we started early this year, and my people were I was so happy. So this was the next day. I did some makeup and then took some pictures, and this was it. Let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on this hairstyle, on the whole process. So I know this video is very long. I mean, it's my longest video, and I appreciate you watching till this point. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you all in my next one. Bye.